Good morning, and thanks for joining us on this Halloween morning. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. A lot to get to. Thanks for watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. Let's say hello to meteorologist Melissa Cole. Get the details on that first alert forecast for your Halloween. If you're heading out trick-or-treating, it's going to be warm.
It's going to be a warm one. Yeah, sometimes we worry about the kids needing to bundle up over their costumes.
Yeah.
Today it's going to be the opposite. They're going to be
unreal.
I know,
hot.
It's unbelievable. Could be the warmest Halloween we've had, in fact. So again, we have this first alert weather day. Just to give you a heads up about some record-breaking temperatures possible this afternoon. 80s inland, 70s along the shoreline. And again, we may be setting some new records across Connecticut. We also have the elevated fire weather concern all across the state. You get the idea. It's been days now, dry weather, some breezy conditions out there. Not a good combination. So again, be mindful of that as you have your Halloween celebrations this afternoon and tonight. Look at these temperatures already this morning. 59 in Chester and Groton, 54 in Windsor Locks. It's 60 in Torrington. We have some strong southerly winds that's going to help to pump up some of that milder air. So kids heading off to school today this morning in the 50s, then by lunchtime 60s and 70s, and then for the ride home again 75 to near 80 degrees. So a warm Halloween for sure. Temperatures as we head towards the trick-or-treating time. Once the sun sets, we're looking between about 70 and 75 degrees, and sunset is at 5:45. I'll be back in a bit to take a look at the extended forecast that brings us into the weekend. Kate?
All right, thanks, Melissa. All treats, no tricks out there on the roads so far for that early morning commute, 7:02. If you're just joining us here on the Wax, we do appreciate that. But if you're heading out right now, you can see some typical delays that are starting to build here through the capital city region. This is 91 southbound as traffic is merging onto 84. Really typical, especially in and out of the capital city for this time of morning. Things in and out of the Mixmaster here in Waterbury, 84 east and westbound. Not doing too bad. We're going to get more on a long-term project through this region that is expected to wrap up today. That's all coming up in just a minute. And a live look outside here in Middletown along Route 9. Really nice and quiet here along the Route 9 corridor, especially as you're approaching the light. We'll start to see some of those delays through that area probably within the next 20-25 minutes or so. But crash and incident free out across the entire state at this time. And then again, those delays that are really building down through Fairfield County, 95 southbound New Haven to the George Washington Bridge, approaching that 100-minute ride. I'm Caitlin Francis with your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, driving through Waterbury, you can sit in traffic for 25, 35, long, right?
It's been a long few years.
But today, some relief for traffic congestion in that area, and it should be that way for the next 25 years.
Yeah, Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler shares with us how the rehab project on the Mixmaster that's been going on for quite a while now is over, and it's going to eliminate some traffic woes.
Good morning. Well, for a lot of people who drive here in Waterbury, especially on the highway, you know it can be somewhat of a headache, and hopefully that is all going to change. An added lane and strengthened decks should solve some problems here. Department of Transportation workers added a new lane between the exit 22 on-ramp and the exit 21 off-ramp on I-84 westbound. The 2.77-mile project cost more than $200 million. DOT says it was necessary work. The project restored the structural integrity and extended service life of multiple bridges within the interchange. According to the new mix, an ongoing Connecticut Department of Transportation program, the Mixmaster was originally designed to accommodate 100,000 cars per day. Currently, 190,000 trips take place on the interchange daily. By 2045, it is projected to have 225,000 cars drive on the Mixmaster daily. In order to keep up with these numbers, repairs had to be made. The Mixmaster should handle this load of traffic for the next 25 years, making your day-to-day travel much easier. In Waterbury, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, this morning, a man is recovering after police say he was shot outside the 7-Eleven on Park Street in Hartford last night. Our Pinpoint News Tracker shows you exactly where that 7-Eleven is located. Officers took the man in his 40s to the hospital, and right now we're working to learn whether police have a suspect.
Well, this morning, Route 198 in Woodstock back open after being closed for much of the night following a deadly crash there. Happened about 6 o'clock in the evening near the intersection of routes 197 and 198. Police say the car hit a pole, caught on fire, killing the driver.
Well, if the fire danger remains high in Connecticut this morning and crews are concerned warm and possibly even windy conditions could impact their fight against the Hawthorne fire. It is just 30% contained after over a week of fighting it. Officials say the rain on Tuesday night wasn't enough to help. It's burned 127 acres so far on Lamentation Mountain.
91 in North Haven is back open just in time for your morning commute today after a serious crash last night. Take a look at the damage here. The car hit the back of a construction vehicle in a work zone. No workers were hurt, but 2 people in that car were. We're still working to learn what led to that crash.
Overnight in New Haven, crews were out monitoring for hot spots and cleaning up after battling one of the largest fires in the city. And they did so for 15 hours. At one point, more than 100 firefighters responded, and the fire caused the building's roof to collapse.
Our crews did check out the scene this morning. Things cleared up at about 4 o'clock. The fire broke out at a mixed-use building on River and Ferry Street around 7 yesterday morning. 2 people were inside at the time. They were able to get out safely. This morning, police in Windsor Locks are investigating after neighbors on Gaylord Street say bullets flew into their homes coming from 91. This happened early Sunday morning. Pinpoint News Tracker shows you exactly where this neighborhood backs up to the highway.
No one was hurt, but police want you to give them a call if you have any information about what happened.
Plenty of people here in Connecticut have already voted early, but candidates still trying to reach voters who haven't yet. Senator Chris Murphy and Republican challenger Matt Corey faced off in their only debate last night in New Haven. The two went back and forth for nearly an hour about a number of issues, including taxes and reproductive freedom.
No one in Connecticut is safe. What I support is the restoration of Roe versus Wade.
Senator Murphy wants to use this as a fear tactic. It's unconstitutional. It was brought back to the states. The states need to decide.
The dueling candidates went head-to-head on immigration and deportation issues as well. 7:07 now. It's Halloween, of course, and many families will be spending the evening outside tonight.
Today, safety officials want to make sure things don't turn from scary to dangerous, especially as those recent wildfires puts fire safety in the top concern.
Yeah, so let's talk more about that. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Marcy Jones in the studio this morning with what officials are hoping you'll remember as you're walking around tonight.
Absolutely. Good morning, guys. The only things that should be scary on Halloween are costumes and decorations. Currently, emergency officials are particularly focused on fire safety, and that's exactly why they're asking folks to do things a little bit differently this year. With Connecticut still experiencing extremely high fire danger levels due to prolonged dry conditions, the Connecticut safety officials are encouraging residents to take extra precautions this year to prevent wildfires. Open flames can quickly ignite grass, dry leaves, or brush, leading to potentially devastating fires. So here are some tips to keep in mind. Use battery-powered lights instead of open flame candles to safely illuminate pumpkins, lanterns, or displays. Keep decorations away from flammable materials. Make sure that they're away from any dry grass or leaves. Don't have any bonfires or fire pits or any kind of open burning. Dispose of smoking materials properly and report any fires immediately. If you see any signs of a wildfire, call 911.
Although it's a slight chance, there is still a chance that a candle and a jack-o'-lantern can start a fire.
Another important safety reminder is to be extra vigilant with vehicles while trick-or-treating. Wear reflective clothing, carry flashlights, and stay in groups. In the studio, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, this morning, police continue to search for a person of interest in a shooting that left one person hurt on a university campus and put the school in lockdown. Police say they're looking for 18-year-old Dylan Cruz Tillery from Queens, New York. He was a guest of a University of Bridgeport student, and that shooting stemmed from a dispute over a woman. We're also told the person who was shot was not a student and is expected to be okay.
There's a big warning out right now for those of you in New Haven and beyond. Investigators say scammers are calling you, pretending to be police officers, and they're even spoofing the police department phone number so it looks like they're the ones calling. We're told the caller then demands money to settle warrants, even uses the real names of officers and supervisors. If you get a call like this, just hang up and report it to the actual police.
All right, UConn basketball season right around the corner. We're getting you ready. Tomorrow, we are highlighting both the men's and the women's journeys to tip off. We'll hear from the coaches, get some insight on the players. Join us tomorrow night at 7 right here on the Wax and on Channel 3.
Well, we have a first alert weather day for the possibility of record-breaking heat. We also have elevated fire concerns. We may see a couple showers late tonight into early tomorrow morning, but not enough to really help out with the situation of dryness out there. Satellite and radar picture across the state shows a few passing clouds overhead. That's it. But again, no rain in sight. What we are going to see is a cold front working in our direction, and this will increase our clouds tonight. And look at this, by tomorrow morning, we may have some scattered showers, light ones, moving across the state. They move out fairly quickly, and we'll see increasing amounts of sunshine as the morning progresses. So again, not the soaking rain that we need, but a few showers early tomorrow morning are possible. It's a beautiful start in Middletown right now. You can see the sun is coming on up this morning. In Hartford, we have 53 degrees. It's going to be a warm day. In fact, our warmest Halloween, that was 1946 at 82 degrees, and we are forecasting 83. So warm this afternoon. Temperatures by trick-or-treating time falling down into the 70s and eventually into the upper 60s by later on tonight. All right, Kate, good morning.
All right, good morning, Melissa. Thanks. Up next.